Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, back with another Pokemon build series video, and yeah, straight off the bat, I'm maybe like 4 days late to this. Not gonna lie, I've had a really busy last couple of days. There's just been about 157 million things going on at the moment. First of which is that I might be moving this month. Yeah. If you have been around me ever, you'll know that I move quite regularly, and I did not expect to be moving anytime soon. Yes, I did, but not this soon. But yeah, I might be moving this month. We basically are just waiting to see. So yeah, long story short, that is why I have been a little bit MIA. I have been building in the background, but I've also been in the middle of I say starting a new job. I haven't quite actually started it yet. I'm still in the process of being approved for it, but it is requiring me to do all these different things where I have to run around and get all these checks done, and tomorrow is my last day for the checks, but then once they approve me, obviously I will be starting to work. So yeah, there's just a lot going on, and I'm mildly stressed, and by mildly I mean majorly, so I do apologize for, missing out on a couple of these things, couple of these videos, but I do promise to get back on track. I'm gonna just keep building and doing what I can where I can, and when I get back on track, I'll start to upload them a little bit quicker so that we're back on the correct schedule. So by the end of this year, we will have, I think, what's this supposed to be, 363 videos. I think that's the number I'm supposed to end on. So we will have that many. It's just that, I need to work on getting ahead again. Well, actually, I need to work on catching up, and then I'll worry about getting ahead. But yeah, if there's some choppy changiness between my upload schedule and actually getting videos out and stuff like that, that would be why. So yeah, I feel like for the next maybe month or two, I might be having long days. So yeah, if my builds aren't as fantastic or I seem a little bit out of it, that would be why. And I don't like being like that. I really don't. I want to obviously do my best for you guys and produce these really fun videos that you guys enjoy. But yeah, if I'm moving again, at least this time I'm not moving when I have uni and trying to organise the house while also attending a university lecture. That was the worst. Absolutely the worst. Also broke my toe at the time. So yeah, moving, attending lecture, breaking toe, having to go back to the old place to, collect the last things and do the last tidy and whatnot. It's exhausting. So hopefully this time, it's a little bit smoother. I will obviously be working, but that will be, I feel like, a little less stressful, because that I can't move at the same time, I will be moving and helping my roommates move up until a point, and then I will get ready for work. I'll go to work, and then I'll come back, and it'll be fine. It'll be good. I'll be able to just breathe and relax and whatnot. So yeah, I feel like this move will be a little bit nicer, calmer, more relaxing, more manageable, whatnot. But yeah, I do want to say again, I'm so sorry for being super late with this video. I think we're up to 4 days now. But yeah, like I was saying, I have a lot going on right now, and I'm gonna try my hardest to maintain some sort of schedule. I have actually started the next build. I have not finished it, but I have started it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's seriously so much fun, and it looks, in my opinion, really good so far. So I'm hoping that will make up for how late I'm being with things. I don't know, I'm just hoping that I can get a bunch of things done, and I can share it with you guys, and you guys can be like, wow, this was worth it. Because I don't want to let you guys down, I want to be able to share my builds and have fun with it, but also, give myself a little bit of leeway, I think it was maybe maybe it was the day this video was due that I found out about the fact that I'm possibly moving. I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, it was either that day or the day after. And yeah, it's just like, there's so much going on in my poor little pea brain that it just didn't know what to do, to be honest. Okay, I think it was the day, actually it was the day this video came out, it was supposed to come out, that I was supposed to share this, but yeah, that's the day I found out. So things were a little bit stressful. But instead of, freaking myself out and stressing out and trying to get ahead, I'm honestly just accepting the things that are happening, you know? I think, I don't know, there's like the people call it the stages of grief. I'm calling it the stage of anxiety, and I am flip-flopping back and forward between total, utter, frozen panic, don't know what to do with myself, and utter acceptance. And the utter acceptance is working out better for me because I'm getting more done with the utter acceptance than I am with the total frozen paralyzed fear. So yeah, I'm leaning into the whole just accepting it thing, and it's helped me get along a lot further. So yeah, if you are somebody who freezes, but you have felt the whole like, it is what it is and just accept it and move on with life, definitely recommend leaning into that. And then once you figured out how to like have that be your normal response, then, you know, start to learn how to actually deal with the things, because that's step 3. I'm at step 2, which is learning to just accept things as they are instead of panicking. But yeah, for those of you who panic like I do, I pray, I don't pray. I hope, that's the word. I hope that you feel the right things you need to feel to get things done, you know? But yeah, that's really it when it comes to that. I don't really think there's much else for me to say. But yeah, this Pokemon, we should probably talk about that, hey. This is Azumarill. I looked up how to say it and immediately forgot, so kind of just winging it and hoping that's the correct pronunciation. It is a water fairy type, so I thought, why not build a little lake house? I don't know what's fairy about a lake house, but it could be, if you wanted it to be. So yeah, there is a fairy lake house. Well, it's just a lake house, to be honest. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and there's also even a little space for an office. So if you have a sim who works from home or who really enjoys computer things, writing, programming, gaming, pen paling, googling the fall of Rome, I don't know, you can have that. There's a little office space here, and since it's a 1 bedroom, I'm under the assumption you live alone, or you maybe have one other sim who lives here. So you're pretty much on your own. You're pretty much not going to be distracted or disturbed or bothered by other people. But there is space to entertain if ye wish to do so. There is some outdoor areas. There is a huge table outside with a barbecue. There is actually a little arts and craft spot, I guess, outside. There is like a decking area, like deck chair area. It's not even on the deck. There's a lot going on here. So yeah, if you are somebody who wants to entertain, there's definitely an option here. Definitely a potentiality. But yeah, I have to actually get to building that part first because I had a lot of trouble with picking the kitchen. So you can see here I'm like pulling out 100,000 different cabinets and testing out the different styles and trying to find all the pieces I wanted to use to try and ultimately decide on one. And I decided to go for, I believe this is the for rent kitchen. And I don't know, it's really growing on me. I really like it. I don't know, I think at first I was a bit like, I don't know how often I'd use this. It feels very much like, you know, like I'd only use it in certain circumstances. But now I'm like, you know what? I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's great. So, yeah. Also, sorry if I'm distracted right now. My cat is currently outside the office, scratching at the carpet, trying to be let in because she knows it gets my attention. I will let her in as soon as I'm done here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things I kind of go in and out of favor with. The wallpaper I've used in this house is a cats and dogs wallpaper. That when I first got cats and dogs, I was like, this is so ugly. And now I'm like, this can work in so many spaces. The white swatch is just like, you could use it anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. The sort of browner swatch, less so. It's, I don't want to say run down, but like it's not as fancy, so you can't really use it in as many fancy spaces. But I feel like there's plenty of you out there who absolutely could. And I did pause the video to go get my cat, so yeah, she's currently sitting behind me in my chair purring right now and also kicking me because that's her favourite thing to do when we're on the chair. She'll lay behind me, kick me, and sleep. She kicks me because she obviously wants more space on the chair, but if I move any further forward, I'm falling off. It's clearly her chair and she's just allowing me to use it, and I'm very grateful for that, but I would like to sit on the chair. Sometimes I do move the chair out and she sleeps on it in the middle of the room and I get a little storage cube and I sit on that, but not today. But anyway, yeah, the build. The brown wallpaper, like I was saying, I feel like a lot of you guys could definitely turn that wallpaper into a really fancy space. But another thing I've been using a lot of is that flooring. Like, not, I wouldn't say a lot, but more recently I've been using it more. I don't know, it's just, it's so right for so many builds that I've been using, that I really love that flooring. I don't know. And again, I think that's Jungle Adventure, so that's like a while back. There are some older build stuff that I'm rediscovering that I really, 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 really like. I think it's just, I don't know, like why did I not love this stuff earlier? Like, it just works so well. And I think what it is I generally use, like, in my mind, you know, if I want to do something a bit more cottagey, I could use Cottage Living. Cats and dogs fits in there too, pretty well as well, but I don't think of Jungle Adventure when I think of something cottage, right? Now, that's not to say this is exactly a cottage. It's a lake house, that's what I'm going to say, and with a lake house, you could have it super fancy, you could have it super cottage, you could have it in between, you could have whatever you want. But, you know, I definitely do see myself using this flooring in a cottage build as well. But it's just like, it's, in my head, it's a Jungle Adventure thing, so you would use it for a build in Jungle Adventure, you know? You know, like a jungle home, or that's really all my little pea brain would really think of to use. But I don't know, I feel like I'm learning to mix and match things a little bit better. You know, like using these, I don't even know what, I think it's a kit. I don't know what kit these windows came in, but using them on this house, like what? Maybe they're life and death windows. They might not be a kit. I don't know. But yeah, it's just like using such random different things, but also it works in my mind. Like it goes together, and I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. I didn't do it like sooner. So yeah, like just mix and match things, you know, like why don't I do it a little more often? So yeah, I'm very keen on learning to do more stuff like that. And I think another thing with this whole series is it's kind of teaching me how to do that. Like, I'm learning different bits and bobs and how to put them together and stuff like that. And I've also recently discovered that I do have a bit of blindness when it comes to certain items. So some people I watch over on Twitch, they do gameplay and not building. And one of these people is OzCatDad, who is, he's my night streamer. You know, you've all got like a morning streamer, a night streamer during the, like, you've got a time period where there's always like, if that streamer is on, you're going to watch that streamer. And after dinner, it's OzCatDad. I don't know, just a good, fun, safe community, and I've made some really good friends there, and, you know, I've found other streamers through OzCatDad that I really, really do enjoy watching as well. And in case you couldn't tell by his name, he is Australian and he has cats. Just my favourite, my second favourite cats. Obviously my cat Macy is my favourite. But yeah, he normally does gameplay, and he's currently in the middle of doing a Super Sim challenge. And he built a house for his Super Sim, and for like a month he's been talking about it, and he knows I'm a builder. And he knows some other people in the community are builders as well, rather than game players. Other people in the community are game players rather than builders. But I have been basically every time he talks about the build, I'm like, so when are we going to see it? Can we see it? Like, are you going to build it? Are you going to do it? Are you? And finally last night I got to see it, and there are so many things in that build. I'm like, oh yeah, that exists. Like, there's this green bedside table. I think it's a base game one, and it's so ugly. I don't know if the base swatch is green, but it comes in a green, and yeah, it's just so ugly. But the way Ozcat Dad used it in his build, I was like, that, you couldn't have picked a better bedside. Like, that works for you, for your sim, for the build. Like, it goes so well together. So yeah, I've definitely learnt that I have item blindness, I guess. And yeah, there was just a bunch of things that I would have never have thought to have done. And it was just like, when I really like a build, I want to pull it apart. It sounds crazy, but I want, like, think of, like, if somebody made you a cake, right? This is how I see it. If somebody made you a cake, if I really, really like it, I want to put my hands into that cake and pull it apart and look at its insides. You know, I wanna pull it, and only cake. Not, if you made me spaghetti, I'd just eat it. But, like, this is how I feel about the builds, you know? If it's a cake build, if it's a build that gives me the vibes of cake, that's not making any sense. Basically, I just want to get in, I want to pull it apart, I want to see all the things and how they went together, and the amount of items that I did not know existed. Like, I did know, but I didn't know, because I ignore them, because I don't give base swatches a chance. And I think that's something I really need to start doing a bit better. It's having a little look at the swatches that are the origin swatch, and just giving it a little chance. Have a little looky-loo at it, and you know what? This isn't terrible. I'll give it a chance. I'll have a look at it. So yeah, I've definitely, there's a parenthood tile that I've learnt is really, really cool. There's that bedside table. I still don't like the bedside table, but the way in which he used it, it was amazing. It was perfect. It was glorious. And then what's the, I don't know, there was just so many things. There was, like, eco lifestyle stuff. There was this really cool pond that he made. Makes the pond I made look like trash, but to be fair, I kind of just did a hole with some water in it, and he put all these plants and stuff in it. It looked really, really phenomenal. So Ozcat Dad, if you're listening, beautiful home. I could never. It was just so different, and I would never have thought to do anything that you did. So yeah, definitely, again, making me feel like I should be a little bit more adventurous, and I'm definitely going to try. The build I'm doing for hopefully tomorrow, that's definitely my style. I feel I'm very confident and comfortable with it, so I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, but I don't know how adventurous I'm gonna be. I'm also inspired by another builder, so Fresh Pick is another Sims and variety streamer who had a shell challenge quite recently, and somebody else did that shell, and for the life of me I cannot remember who they are, and they did this gorgeous build, and it's just, yeah, it's given me some ideas. So they had no upper lighting, like no ceiling lights, they just had wall lights, so I'm gonna try and do some wall lights. They had huge beautiful, like, I don't know, there was platforms that were also the stairs. There was like some stairs up to a platform, and then I think it was like a reading nook, and then stairs from that platform to go upstairs, and on that, like in two of the corners of that nook area were these beautiful glass walls. And I didn't do that exactly, but I do have glass walls in my next build, and some interesting design choices. I hope they're good, interesting design choices. But yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know, I really like this style, so I'm really hoping that this is the you know, the thing, the vibe, the whole, you know, the thing that makes me feel good, because it's my thing, it's my style. I say it's my style, I'm just hoping it is. I don't know if I necessarily have a style, I like trying everything. there's definitely styles I'm a lot more confident at, and I'm hoping tomorrow you'll see that that's one I'm a lot more confident at compared to this one or other ones that I've done. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get that build done today and edit the video and get that uploaded so I can actually have it go live while I'm sleeping. And yeah, hopefully just get a bunch of things done. But yeah, I do predict that over this next month I'm going to fall a little bit further behind, but then I'm going to find a groove and then I'll be back on track. So yeah, just a forewarning for that. There is going to be just a tiny bit of me being behind. Hopefully not 4 days behind. I'm hoping over this sort of week I can kind of get back on track, or at least maybe a day behind rather than 4 days behind. And if I can do that, I'll feel very proud of myself, very, very happy, pat myself on the back. So there might be a couple of days in the future where you actually get 2 builds a day. I'm not going to do more than 2. I feel like that might be a little excessive. And it also means, yeah, I'm not stressing myself out trying to speed run everything. I also don't think I will be able to do more than 2 in the future. So we'll see. But yeah, with the whole, like I said, with the whole moving thing, it's a lot. I'm excited. We've already applied for a place. Also, I'm going from, when I moved into this place, we were at 8 roommates, and now we are down to 4. I feel like some of the roommates will still come over and visit and things like that. And I hope they do. I hope they do. But yeah, having a big old household of 8 people go down to 4, it's a little sad, but it's also like there's not so many people around, and I'm not having to worry about how many people to cook for, or if everyone's even going to be home for dinner, or, you know, like sometimes you just don't want to be bothered by people and you open your door and there's a whole circus out there. So yeah, I do hope that the circus visits, you know, I hope everyone visits, but yeah, not exactly keen on living with a bajillion people anymore, you know? And where we will be hopefully moving to, because we've already applied, the one we do want to move to is a lot closer to everything, which is fantastic, because I'm a little bit far from everything in this entire planet. But yeah, I think it's only like 20 minutes away from where we are now, and like maybe a 15-minute walk where we used to live. But yeah, a lot closer to everything, which is great. And I'm just very keen to actually, yeah, you know, get in and live, you know, back close to civilization and things like that, and not have to walk through a cemetery anymore to get to anywhere. Because yeah, currently kind of have to walk through a cemetery to get to everything, and I don't really like doing that at like 9 o'clock at night, you know? It's kind of pitch black and scary, and I'm good, thanks. At least here, or I say here, at hopefully the new place, it'll be walking down a somewhat main road, or not too main road, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know, just very keen on getting there and, you know, just living and unpacking already. You know, once something's like in the works of happening, I just want to get it in and get it done and get it over with. I like finishing things, I like organizing things, but I hate starting them. So yeah, look, we're gonna have fun with it, hopefully, and hopefully it should be a little less stressful. At least I'm hoping it is. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, you guys will probably find out over the next month or so, sort of at the same time as me, because I'll probably use this as a little bit of a, not like a diary, but I'll probably vent my frustrations with the world and what's going on, and stresses and stuff like that as they occur. So yeah, but hopefully, I don't know, hopefully like me being so exhausted from everything that's going on can be channeled into like not second guessing my builds, and by not second guessing my builds I could hopefully get them done quicker and better. That's at least my hope and my goal. So yeah, we will see. And to anyone else who is currently moving or in the process of moving or starting a new job or ending an old job or anything like that, I wish you the best of luck. And I wish you do not have to deal with both of these things at the same time, because it royally sucks. But yeah, long story short, hopefully things will get better and be a bit more manageable and nicer and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to life stuffs. But like I said, I've already started on tomorrow's build. I hopefully will be doing building and editing for the rest of the day, so hopefully tomorrow we'll have a video. It's sort of just like a day-by-day thing. You'll kind of know what's happening each day, each video. If there's not a video, assume I'm busy. And I'll try and be as quick as possible, I guess. So yeah, I just want to say thank you in advance for being patient, and also thank you for that whole 4-day gap of not putting out videos. I do apologize for that. Like I said, I will be catching up. You'll get a couple of days where there's multiple videos so I can get back on track, but we're not quite there yet. I don't know. I just want to get there, and then hopefully, yeah, be back on track and be more focused and whatnot. And I'm hoping with the new place, I find when I move to a new place, it puts me into like a new mindset, and by being in a new mindset, it helps me be on track a little bit better. So fingers crossed for that. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end here. I just go around putting some lighting. I think I might do some, I do some last minute skill building. I do put some skill building around. So there's like, yeah, the flower arranging table and an easel and some cross stitch stuff, I believe. But yeah, and a bar for mixology, that's right. So yeah, anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this build or my ramblings and you want to see more stuff like this, definitely make sure to subscribe. I do usually post every day except for the last couple of days of February, but like I said, this month is going to be a little bit all over the place, which is why I'm glad when I set my goals for this year I set averages rather than strict numbers, so that yeah, averages can kind of even things out, and in the end it's all good, and it gives me this time to be able to relax and do things as needed. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well and fantastic. And oh, that's right, I do a little seating area out here. I think I just do a seating area. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.